Hello dear students, welcome to video number 3 on the channel Pen and Paper Chemistry, and we shall be continuing with our answers to the Smiley challenge on IUPAC nomenclature. We are going to take up question number 18 onwards, so please make sure that you have the pen and your answer sheet ready so that you can tally your answers. For those who have not attempted these questions, please go ahead and pause the videos wherever required to try the questions yourself. So let us start with question number 19. So how do we make it easier to name? Yes, we will spread out the carbon chain, especially the 3 methyl groups which are attached to the carbon. And what's our next step? Yes, we are going to take the longest chain of the carbon atom. It could be the straight chain or 2 or 3. All are correct, whichever you've chosen, because all of them are going to give you 4 carbon atoms. So you will have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, because all of them constitute a continuous chain of carbon atoms. And how are we going to number it? Yes, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you have substituents. So what substituents do you have? You have a methyl group here and a methyl group here. So that becomes a dimethyl. And you also have a chloro group here. So how do you arrange them while writing their name? Yes, chloro will come first in the alphabetical order. So we have 1 chloro, or you can just write chloro hyphen 3 dimethyl. And what will be the word root here? Yes, but. Saturated, unsaturated? Yes, it is saturated, so we have ane. 1 chloro 3 dimethyl butane. Did you manage to grab a smiley here? Keep on counting your smileys. By the way, till question number 18, we have it as part of video number 1 and video number 2, where I have discussed the nomenclature step by step. Let's get on with the next compound. So let's highlight the main chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the next step? We number the chain. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now get going. Name this compound. So we have this compound here. Our COOH group, the carboxylic group, is the, yes, it's the primary, it's the leader group, whereas the ketonic group, C double bond O group, becomes the secondary group. So this is going to be written as a prefix as well as the methyl. Also, while taking the writing of the name, we proceed in alphabetical order. Interestingly, if instead of 2-keto, I prefer to write 2-oxo, because we know that we can write it as oxo as well, 2-keto or 2-oxo, then the O comes after the methyl. So in that case, you would name it as 3-methyl 2-oxo butanoic acid. Right? And both names will be correct and will fetch you a smiley. Let me add here that the more preferred system according to the new IUPAC regulations is the oxo, the word oxo for the C double bond O group. Although in a number of compounds, in fact, when you will be studying organic chemistry and organic compounds, you will study it more as ketonic group. You would be seeing the name ketonic group in most of the compounds that you would be seeing, but The recent recommendations of IUPAC prefer the oxo word as a prefix for the C double bond O group present in the compound. Nevertheless, for this challenge, we shall accept both the names as getting you a smiley. Now here comes an aromatic compound. How are you going to name it? So obviously my parent ring is the benzene ring, and we've got two functional groups attached. Follow the same rules as for an aliphatic compound. That means which group is going to get preference? Yes, of course, the carboxylic. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. What type of functional group is this? Yes, it is methoxy, right? It's an ethereal group. So we will have over here at the second position, we have methoxy. So 2-methoxy, and your rest of the compound according to the IUPAC nomenclature, because in the case of aromatic compounds, quite a few common names have been accepted as the IUPAC names, especially in aromatic chemistry. So we have 2-methoxy benzoic acid as the name of this compound, and that gets you a smiley. Most of the compounds that have been covered, and most of the functional groups, have tried to cover as many functional groups as possible in this practice exercise. So my personal advice would be to try these questions yourself in order to gain confidence. And there I go, highlight the main chain or the longest chain in question number 22. And we go on to number it as 1, 2 and 3, because our aldehydic group becomes the primary functional group. So that means this becomes the follower. So it will come as a prefix. How are you going to write OH as a prefix? Absolutely, as hydro. So I have hydro as a prefix, and I have chloro as a prefix. Which one will come first? Yes, again, for two prefixes, while writing, we follow the alphabetical order of writing. So we will have here 2-chloro hyphen 3-hydroxy. Notice the small h over here. We've already started the name with a capital letter. 3 carbon atoms in the main chain. So what will be the word root? Prop. Saturated, unsaturated. So ane, ene, ine. Look at the structure. Yes, just see the single bonds between the carbon atoms. And lastly, the functional group aldehyde. So what's the suffix for that? Absolutely. So you will get here proper null. Did you manage to get a smiley here? Do let me know in the comments section. Now, this question number 23, does get a bit tricky, because I have noticed children or students including this carbon as part of the main chain. Is that right? Think about it. What are the rules that we had stated? Yes, there should be no break. We are talking about the continuous chain of carbon, whereas here what happens is that chain is broken by oxygen in between. That means this chain is no longer the longest continuous chain of carbon atoms. So we need to look at the molecule differently and try to figure out which will be the longest chain for us. So yes, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go, 5. Now, name this compound. What functional group is this OCH3? Just recall, we did it in the aromatic compound. Yes, absolutely. This is methoxy. Give it position number. Number your chain. Go ahead and name this compound. Now, since my ketonic group is the primary group, we shall try to give it the smallest number possible. So if I start from this end, this gets position number 3. If I start from the left hand side, it gets 1, 2 and 3. So in both ways, we are getting position number 3. So our next priority would be to see how does the methoxy get the smaller number. That is, if we start numbering it from right to left. The name of this compound, 2-methoxy 4-methyl pentane 3-one. Good going so far? If you've written 4-methyl 2-methoxy pentane 3-one, I'm okay with that. Accepted. Your smile is accepted for this question as well. Go on to question number 24. This should be easy because this is one chain of the compound. Now number it. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. How do we name this compound? There are 6 carbon atoms in the chain. Saturated, unsaturated. Yes, it is unsaturated with double bond. So double bond means it will carry the suffix "-ine". Now what is the position of those double bonds? Given by the smaller of the two numbers in between the carbon atoms. So out of 1 and 2, I shall represent it by position number 1, 3, 5. But there are 3 double bonds. So we are going to call it as hex 1, 3, 5. And there are 3 triple bonds. So triene. And a smiley again. Let's get down to question number 25. Now this appears a bit tricky, but it is very, very simple. So let me simplify it for you. Here's a carbon, here's a carbon, here's a carbon, carbon, carbon. So wherever are the vertices that contains a carbon. So if you want to stretch it out, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is how it is. There's a double bond between the 2 carbon atoms. There's an OH group over here. Oh yes, it is pretty simple to answer, right? So go ahead, pause the video and name this compound. Give it a try yourself. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we have only one functional group. So pentane 3 all, or if you have written it as pent 1-ene 3 all, even that is accepted. We may or may not, it is up to us, represent position number 1 in the molecule. Also notice the disappearance of the E at the end of ene because our suffix begins with a vowel here. Okay, now let's work on structure number 26, right? Did this make you nervous? No, I'm sure now with the trick in place, you would be able to figure out the longest continuous chain of the carbon. So look at the structure and see how many carbon atoms have you got here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Also, be very, very careful when you number this side chain because this group is actually CH2 CH3, which makes it as an ethyl group. Although superficially, if you see, you are seeing it only as Me. No, there is a carbon here at the vertex as well. So be very, very careful when naming the substituent here. So when you have this compound, the compound would be named as 5,6 diethyl decane. Yes, this methyl is the terminal, it's the end of the chain or the beginning of the chain in each case. So it will be part of the chain. You're not going to name it as methyl. Now let's suppose that there is a double bond here. Now try and name this compound. It's easy. Yes, it is definitely easy. Why? Because again our longest continuous chain remains the same. Only thing is we will have an ene introduced here because of the presence of the double bond. So what's the name of this compound? Name it yourself. I'm waiting for you to complete it. There you go. So we have position number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. The substituents again remain the same. CH2, CH3, CH2, CH3. So it's diethyl at carbon number 5 and 6. Dec for ene. And what do you get for doing this question right? Yes, you get 2 good smileys here if you did attempt it and got it right. If not, then you need to revisit the rules of IUPAC nomenclature, which have been posted on the channel as a set of 4 separate videos explaining all the rules of IUPAC nomenclature step by step in a very easy manner. Are we ready to go ahead? The next thing that we are taking up is the reverse of what we've been doing so far. So what we are going to do is we are going to draw the structural formula. So for those of you who have not seen the previous video, these are the structures that you have to try. Keep the answers ready so that you can tally them when I discuss them here on the channel in the next video. So stay connected, stay happy, stay healthy.